What's up, photography world? Josh Grasso here from theshutterschool.com. For today's video, we got another location hacking session where we're at a parking garage. So nothing too fancy, just a parking garage here with very moody gray skies. So I guess two things to show off. One, what can you do with the parking lot? And two, what can you do with the gray skies? So the first thing is to try to find an angle where I'm showing off the sky, because I actually really like this gray cloudy sky today. And so what I want to do is get low and shoot up. So one of the advantages of being on a parking deck is you're up high, and so you can kind of take advantage of the sky as a backdrop. So obviously we don't want all these cars and things like that. So that's what I'm gonna do, is try to find a nice corner, a nice angle where I can cut out the tree line and the buildings. So I got buildings on my left over here, buildings over there, power lines, tall trees. And so I see this one corner angle back here where the tree line is a little bit low enough where I should be able to get the camera down low, shoot up, and get some great clouds. So let's go set it up and see what we can make. All right, so I got my trigger on, my light set up. One of the keys about the position of the light is you want it as close to you as you could possibly get to get the softest light. With this small of a softbox, I've got the Magbox 24-inch octabox, which is pretty good for one person, especially if you can get it relatively close. So I'm gonna move it a tiny bit more in the frame, probably try to move it a little bit higher, make sure it's getting right into the eyes, and then I'm gonna take a few shots. Okay, so after a few test shots, the lighting's looking pretty good. Just for reference, I've got ISO 50, the lowest ISO I can get. I'm at f10, and I needed to get it at f10 to bring the ambient light down dark enough to really get the texture in the clouds and to underexpose me about a stop. It is not super bright out because it is overcast, but there's one thin patch of clouds where the sun is kind of peeking through, so I do need to get all the way down to about f10 to get the lighting that I want. And I've got two 8200 packs in there, and they're both at 1/4 power. So the two of them together at 1/4 power is enough power to kind of deal with making up for that f10 and low ISO exposure. So now that I got the lighting and everything set up the way I like, it's just a matter of getting some different poses, making it happen. And I've got a 2-second timer on my remote, so I could press the button and then move my hands and try to see what I can make.
So with the before picture, you can see it's a very flat, boring, uninspiring photo. There's just flat light, gray skies. There's not a lot of texture in the clouds, even though there's lumpy clouds there. And so when I underexpose and bring the clouds down, it allows for those shadows in the clouds to get stronger so that you can actually get more texture to the sky. And then you have to put the light on the face so that the face has some dimension to it. You got some shadow. It brings you back up since you brought the sky back down. Like I said, we did F10 to bring the sky down, trying to make more drama and moodiness. And then here with the black and white version, you can see where I really push the contrast in the editing. It helps really exaggerate the moody sky. Then I got the bright light in my face so that I still pop out against the dark sky. So if you have a really gray, flat, boring light, then you're going to need to bring your own so that you can make it much more interesting.
Okay, great. So there's a way to take advantage of moody skies. The main takeaway, you want to underexpose to bring that sky out, and then you want to add some light to the subject and make them pop against the darker background. Cool, and try to get a slightly different look. I'm going to try to play with some gels. So what I have here is a full CTO, and what that's going to do is take my light and make that light very orange. Well, what that's also going to do is make me very orange. And that's going to not necessarily look so great. Adding a little bit of warmth to me will look good. But what I'm going to need to do is take my white balance on my camera and expose for that full CTO, which what the camera's going to do is add a lot of blue to cancel out this orange so that I look normal. Well, what's that going to do to the picture? It should add a whole bunch of blue to that sky and really give us a totally different look. So I'm going to pop in this gel and let's see how it looks. All right, so for the first shot, I just wanted to see how orange it was going to make me and see what kind of effect the CTO will have all by itself. Now I'm going to adjust the white balance to CTO, to tungsten white balance on the camera, to try to cancel out some of that CTO and make me back to normal. All right, so because it's daytime and there's a lot of natural light hitting me, by switching to tungsten, that's making me very blue. And the only thing that's getting canceled out really is my face and part of my light. So really, it's kind of coming off a little weird. So what I'm going to do is tone that down, and I'm gonna do a Kelvin white balance that is gonna shift it blue but not make it all the way tungsten, and see if that balances out a little bit better.
So here's the shot without the flash, and the Kelvin white balance is set to about 4,000 Kelvin, which is a little bit warmer than full tungsten, which is allowing the whole scene to get blue, but it's not making me so blue that I can't cancel it out with the flash. And then here's the shot with the flash added. As you can see, my face gets warmed up and cancels out the blue, so I look normal, and then the sky stays blue. And then with the edited version, you can see by boosting the contrast that you can get a lot of pop in that sky. The color is really popping by boosting the saturation a little bit, and you go from a really flat, boring shot to really high contrast, really colorful popping shot by using some gels and using some light.
All right, awesome. So there it is. We had a boring parking lot, a really moody, cool gray sky, and we used some light and some gels to try to make some creative stuff. So whenever you're in a pinch, don't have much to use as a background, look up. Maybe you can use the sky, maybe you can use some gels, make something awesome. All right, stay tuned for more location hacking videos. Check out theshutterschool.com for more tutorials, or just keep following us on YouTube. Please like, share, subscribe, do all that fun stuff to try to help this channel grow. I'm Joshua Grasso. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next video.